Okay, let's dive right into this. Welcome to today's explainer, where we're going to walk through a completely fascinating, incredibly powerful law of attraction meditation from Master Sri Akarshana. Now, today, we aren't just talking about high-level concepts. We are going to actually break down the exact mechanics of a deeply immersive metaphysical journey that's designed to attract an ex back into your life. So, whether you're actively trying to manifest a past love, or maybe you're just super curious about how these structured manifestation practices actually work behind the scenes, we're going to explore exactly how this unique love portal visualization is constructed. So, can you actually manifest a lost love back into your reality? It's a pretty profound question, isn't it? To answer that, this specific practice asks us to totally suspend our ordinary reality and step directly into a structured love story, one that happens entirely within the mind. We're going to explore this together, looking closely at how it anchors very real physical feelings of love and gratitude directly into your body. Because, this isn't just about wishing for something, it's about shifting your entire energetic state. Let's look at exactly how this begins. Preparing for the journey. Step 1, find a quiet space and sit with your spine erect. Step 2, place your palms facing upwards in receiving mode. Step 3, take deep inhales and slow exhales. And step 4, release any doubts, fears, or negative thoughts. As you can see, every profound journey requires preparation, and this manifestation practice is highly specific about the physical steps you need to take first. Finding that quiet space and sitting with your spine completely straight is absolutely crucial, and you literally must place your palms facing upwards. This is what the Source calls being in receiving mode. As you take those deep inhales and slow exhales, you're actively instructed to just let go of those doubts and fears. With every single breath, you're cleansing your spirit and your body, basically creating a blank canvas for the manifestation to take root. Now, what's really interesting here is the manifestation portal. It's defined as a powerful, bright light visualized through the third eye chakra that acts as a gateway for high vibrational frequencies. This is the absolute core mechanism of the entire practice. Once you're completely relaxed and your thoughts have quieted down, the guided meditation asks you to shift your focus inward, right to that third eye chakra. You're going to visualize this incredibly powerful, bright light. But it's not just a spotlight, right? It acts as a literal energetic gateway to capture and hold those high vibrational frequencies. You focus on this light intensely, just watching it pulse and grow brighter and brighter within your mind's eye. Step directly into the pulsing bright light. So as that light hits its absolute peak intensity, you reach this moment of action. You take a deep inhale, and on the exhale, you allow your spirit to move entirely. You don't just observe the portal from the outside. You step directly into this shining, highly vibrational energy. You're committing fully to the journey ahead. The Source describes this as feeling the sheer power and the energies all around you. You're now standing inside the manifestation space itself, completely absorbing those frequencies. Moving on to the Great White Steps. First, turning around, face away from the portal entrance. Next, seeing the path. Notice bright white steps in front of you. Then, the descent. Start walking down one step at a time. Finally, the void. Keep walking through empty space. Let's see how this builds, because once you're inside the light, the whole landscape shifts. You turn away from the entrance and this path reveals itself. Bright, pristine white steps extending downward. And so the descent begins. You start walking down, slowly, one step at a time. The atmosphere just shifts into this vast emptiness. You're walking down through an infinite void, building this incredible, deep sense of anticipation with every single step downward, into the unknown. The meditation emphasizes this feeling with a very specific instruction. You can't see the end of the steps, just keep moving, keep walking. All around you is just empty space. Just think about how tranquil, but also how vulnerable that feels. You're asked to maintain this really intense focus on the visualization. You literally don't know exactly when the steps will end, but you're completely safe within this void. Just stepping downward, trusting the process, and letting the empty space completely strip away any remaining distractions. And fun fact here, from a psychological standpoint, visualizing a vast empty void like this actually helps lower your brainwave state, which makes you incredibly receptive to the emotions you're about to introduce. At the bottom, your ex is smiling, extremely excited to see you, and then the emptiness just breaks. Right at the bottom of these bright white steps, the visualization hits its absolute climax. You arrive, and there they are. Your ex is standing there, smiling at you, completely radiating joy. The guide instructs you to visualize them being so incredibly excited to see you. You really need to look at their facial expression, recognize that pure happiness in their presence, and just allow your own emotions to immediately rise up and respond to that beautiful, positive energy. Which brings us to a joyous love reunion. Give them a big hug and squeeze tightly. Express your love for them openly. Allow them to express their love for you. And feel every emotion of joy, gratitude, and love. This right here is the emotional core of our love story. As you step off that final stair, you don't just stand there staring, right? You close the distance, reach out, give them a massive hug, and squeeze them tightly. You're openly expressing your love. But, and this is a big but, you must allow them to express their love for you. As the participant, you are fully witnessing, feeling, and receiving this incredibly powerful energy. You're just bathing in joy, immense gratitude, and unconditional love. Look deep in their eyes and express how happy you are to be back together. The intimacy of the visualization really deepens here. You're guided to pull back just a little bit from the embrace. Look deep into their eyes and tell them exactly how happy you are to be back together. The source is very specific about this. You need to see them looking back at you with the eyes of being in love. You're expressing this wild excitement, this immense gratitude, and witnessing their smiling excitement right back at you. It is a perfectly harmonious reunion, completely crafted within this manifestation space. Take their hand, hold it nice and tight, and walk back up the stairs. Because, the journey isn't meant to just stay at the bottom of the void. Now you actually have to bring this energy back with you. You physically imagine reaching out, taking your partner's hand, and holding it nice and tight. Together, side by side, you turn back to those bright white steps, and you begin the journey of walking back up. Ascend together, maintaining a state of immense gratitude and joy. So the crucial point here is, why is this ascent so critical? Well, as you walk up the steps together, maybe occasionally glancing over to see them smiling at you, you deliberately maintain that state of immense gratitude. The source explains that by walking up these steps holding their hand, you are actively taking what you just created inside this metaphysical manifestation portal, and you're carrying that energy directly toward your waking reality. Which brings us to the soul connection. This is defined as the profound energy field of love shared between the two individuals, ready to be manifested from the portal into physical reality. Finally, you reach the top of the stairs. Both of you are standing right in the center of that huge portal light where you began. What you've cultivated here is this undeniable energy field. But listen, leaving it in the light just isn't enough. The entire goal of this practice is taking this metaphysical soul connection and actively pulling it into the physical world. Manifesting into physical reality. Step 1, wrap physical arms around yourself. Step 2, squeeze nice and tight, pulling them closer. Step 3, bring them inside your heart. And step 4, place your 2 palms flat on your chest. To really bridge that gap between the mind and the real world, the meditation asks for a very deliberate physical action. Now, I know wrapping your arms around yourself might feel a little silly if anyone is watching you in your living room, but it's totally essential here. As you look at them in the portal, you physically wrap your own arms around yourself. You squeeze nice and tight, visualizing that you're literally pulling them closer and closer. You squeeze so tight in your mind that they actually come inside of your heart. And to lock this whole thing in, you uncross your arms and press both of your palms flat against your physical chest. Feel the intense heat and warmth in your heart as your souls connect. And this brilliantly illustrates the whole point. It's actually a super fascinating mechanism. It physically anchors a completely mental state right into your body. By squeezing your arms and pressing your palms to your chest, you're consciously trapping that intense heat and gratitude inside your physical reality. You're actively carrying the connection from the bright light of the portal and letting your souls connect right there, right in the present moment. You just sit with this gentle pressure on your chest, feeling the raw intensity and warmth generating in your heart. Closing the light portal. First, focus towards the third eye. Second, take a deep inhale and a slow exhale. Third, allow the portal's light to slowly fade. And fourth, place your 2 palms facing downwards. With the energy securely anchored in your heart, it's time to gently conclude the journey. There's a strict protocol for closing the portal and bringing you safely back. You gently shift your focus back towards the third eye. You take a deep inhale and a very, very slow exhale. With every breath, you consciously allow the portal's bright white light to slowly fade away. As that light dims, you take your 2 palms off your chest and place them facing downwards on your lap, which officially signals the end of the receiving state. Return to normal breathing. Drop your neck. Open your eyes. You're then brought completely back to the present moment. You bring yourself back to your normal breathing rhythm. You're instructed to completely relax your body, relax your mind, and just relax your spirit. You let your head slowly drop, releasing any built-up tension in your neck. And finally, whenever you're absolutely ready, you slowly come back to the room and open your eyes, bringing this powerful meditation process to a peaceful close. Which leaves us with this final question. Now that you've manifested this connection, how will you carry this profound energy of love into your physical reality today? You've walked down those white steps, you've experienced the joyous reunion, and you've physically anchored that gratitude into your chest. The structured meditation might be over, but the actual practice, that continues. Now that you've manifested this deep soul connection in your mind's eye, how are you going to carry this profound energy of love, openness, and gratitude into your waking reality today? Thanks so much for exploring this journey with me, and definitely keep holding on to that incredible energy.